Hey, Terrifics, live from the Sands Convention Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is your live continuing coverage of CES 2016. I'm Michael Artsis. You are the Terrifics. Thank you so much for watching. The beat goes on. We're going to keep it rolling. And I've got a very special guest here. His name's Patrick. He's from GoSun. I imagine you're the creator, founder of GoSun, the barbecues that are solar. Now, when I was first told about this before it was sent to me, I was like, a solar barbecue. So it's an electric grill like the George Foreman thing, and it has a solar panel, and it's got a battery, and I can store the energy, and then blah, 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 blah. And okay, I don't know how this is going to work, but you send it to us, we'll check it out. And I got it, and it was a glass tube that was beautiful. It's like a piece of art with two metal fins. There's no electronics at all. It's, I'm sorry to say this to you, but this is what I'm going to say. It's like cooking food like you would cook an ant with a magnifying glass when you were a kid. But it was a lot of fun. It was great, and it was like a science experiment. I did it with my friend Jesse and his son Reed and my son Jack. My son Jack and his son Reed are good friends. And it's just unbelievable. We have some footage we're going to be rolling over this to show people what I did with it, but just took it out in the backyard, put some food in it, and this is your sport model. You make kind of kebabs in it.
Yep. Yeah, so it's a high-efficiency, portable, practical, fuel-free cooking device based on a thermos, essentially. There's a vacuum between two layers of tough Pyrex glass, and the vacuum makes a perfect insulator. The reflectors triple the amount of light that's absorbed.
So I thought you had to have a perfect sunny day, and we had a good sunny day, but we didn't have direct sun. You know, we had a little bit of shade covering and all this stuff, and it still cooked. It probably took about 3 minutes longer, so I think it was supposed to be like 20 minutes total for what we were cooking. It took about 25 minutes, but also we moved it a couple times. We weren't sure. You know, first time, we were very nervous out of the gate, and we wanted to get it right. We moved it into this part, which might have better sunlight. And when I look back at the video, the clouds came over and covered this. The clouds came over when we moved it and covered that. You know what? It still cooked it, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it's great. I'm so happy to hear that. You know, the first time you use our device, you'd never know for sure, but by the second time, you think you got it. By the third time, you're a pro, you're inviting all the neighbors.
The funny thing was the food tasted amazing, and I was so harried with like, oh my God, we're gonna do this wrong, that I forgot to put any seasoning on it, and it was still really good.
Yeah, the food's kind of kept in its own moisture and juices, so the nutrition and deliciousness is all retained.
How did you figure out you could cook food using a glass tube and a vacuum?
Great question. I've been working with solar energy for around 15 years. I removed some solar hot water heaters from a rooftop, and before they hit the dumpster, I kind of started tinkering with them in the backyard. I ran up to the refrigerator, grabbed some hot dogs, I threw them in there, because I was basically burning my finger, and I thought, wait, if I threw hot dogs in there, that might cook.
You say in the manual that it gets up to 700 degrees inside. You're not really going to hurt yourself. I mean, you should be careful, but it says 700 degrees it can get up to inside?
Right, when there's nothing inside it. But the important part to remember is that the outside is always cool to the touch, because the vacuum insulation.
Right, which was surprising to me. I thought, oh, there's no way. I had gloves ready and everything. I'm like, I was wearing a Scotty vest jacket during the whole thing. And it's funny because we just had Scott Jordan on before. And I just remember, it's just like the whole thing, I'm like terrified I'm going to burn the jacket because I love it. And it's BeTerrific Red, and I'm like, what if I hit the side on the jacket and I burn it?
Melt it.
Yeah, I'm going to melt this thing. And then I'm like thinking, well, that's better than my arm. So, but yeah, because I really didn't believe that it was going to be cool to the touch. So you don't even need like perfect direct sunlight. It might take a little bit longer, but you don't need it, right?
Right, yeah, it's actually great on partly cloudy days because it'll retain heat through the cloudy periods. It'll work in overcast light.
What's your ideal use for this? I mean, I see that the smaller one is cool for like kebabs and stuff like that. The bigger one I think is a real barbecue. Great for like tailgating, for camping and all that stuff. But I'm not sure what you think. I mean, that's what I think. Obviously not perfect for every single situation. We were talking like you can't use it at night.
Well, that's what we brought to CES this year. We brought the ability to back it up with a small amount of electricity.
Really?
You're putting just a tiny heating element.
I want to show this off because you don't have it here, but this is the big one. This is the big one, and you can see. I think everybody's probably seen by now, or if they haven't, they will see in the next few minutes what I cooked with, which was a sport. And we're going to do this. I'm told a review on this, and we're very excited about that. This is the full-size grill. You can cook a lot of food. I was surprised how much food you could cook in the sport. I did a vegan sausage because I'm like, I'm a tech guy who pushes the limits of everything. You tell me you can cook everything. All right, I'm gonna put a vegan sausage in there. I put broccoli in there. I put some other vegetables, and then I put steak in there. I'm sure that you're not supposed to cook the vegan hot dog sausage and the steak together, but
nice.
it tasted great.
That's right. So what we're doing with this one, Michael, is we're putting in a small 150 watt, 12 volt electric heating element underneath the carts. It'll live there semi-permanently. With a small 12 volt supply, similar to like a carport,
Sure.
You're going to be able to cook day or night, regardless of the weather conditions.
Wow. And then of course it's still solar. I mean, it's great
it's
for
a
the sun.
solar
You don't
electric
even need
hybrid.
that. Right, it's a hybrid. I like that a lot. So tell me about what you saw the vision as the perfect, I guess there's no perfect thing. You could use it for anything. I mean, I was thinking, this is kind of nice. No charcoal, no gas, no electric as far as, like the electric grills that I've used, they're all right, I guess. They're nice if you have an apartment and you can't use gas, but on the other hand, I don't know. It's not really, it doesn't do it for me, right? So this, though, was really awesome because it didn't need charcoal or gas. It didn't give me that kind of not fun taste of the electric grill. It did something special.
Well, thanks. Yeah, it does. It cooks in a really unique, highly moist environment. You can do a lot more than you can on a regular grill. You can bake, you can boil, you can fry.
How do you fry? You pour some oil in there?
Yeah, and if you let the oil get up to temperature, and then you're not necessarily like deep frying.
Right, sure. You could throw like French fries in there and stuff.
Well, not so much.
Like batter?
It'll probably be a little bit soggier, but like a stir fry is a great way to go.
Very cool. It was so easy to clean. But here's the thing. I mean, I'm going to say this because you can't. It was like I wanted to steal a line from Ron Popeil. I wanted to say it's set it and forget it. The terrible part about barbecuing is when you have people over and you barbecue, you either all have to hang out at the barbecue or they hang out and you cook, and when you're done, you can go talk. We almost forgot to check.
You nailed it.
That this food was done because we put it in, and then we looked at it for a minute and went, well, we don't really need to stand here. And we walked away and started playing with the kids and doing all this stuff. And then I was like, oh my God, the food. And then, we ran out there and,
That's it.
Yeah.
It's all about that ease, that peace of mind, that freedom.
But I love that you could continue living your life
and
you weren't living around the grill.
Yep, you nailed it. And it's sort of like when it goes to cooking, you think, what do I have in the fridge? I pull out some things in the cupboard, cut them up, throw them in there, chuck it in, go about some other business. When I come back, the meal's going to be hot, juicy, and ready to eat whenever and wherever I am.
Do you recommend putting seasonings on? I mean, I didn't, but you would, right?
Yeah, and you want to season pretty lightly because, like you said, it kind of like stews together.
Yeah, it really does. And the thing is, could you cook broccoli and meat together? It's really a personal preference, right?
Sure. With the grill, we're going to have steam and drip trays. So, for example, you'd put the meat on the bottom, the drip tray, and the juices from that would fall off, and then the broccoli would be on the steam tray, essentially steaming in the meat's juices.
Wow, this is brilliant. I can't wait to play with that one. That's going to be unbelievable. Yeah. The sport is like a work of art. My friend afterwards said, you want to leave it here? I'll hang it on my wall.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, wow, you're right.
It's kind of like a sports car.
Yeah.
The sport cooks for 2 in about 20 minutes. The grill will cook for 8 in about an hour.
Wow.
So it's going to be a kind of the family scale, our family wagon. The sport
but
is like a
it's not
car.
like you're standing over the grill for an hour and it's all 8 people done. Not, all right, who wants hot dogs? All right, who wants steak? All right, I've got 3 burgers
it's
done.
It's all cold and shriveled up.
And these 3 people are eating now. Those 2 people eat later. Sorry, I don't have your burger ready.
Yeah.
It is really a cool concept. I really like it. And the cool thing about the sport is you can put it in a backpack. So you can go hiking. It's not very heavy. You throw it in the backpack, and you go about your stuff. Or it's got handles, too.
You got it. Yeah, you nailed it. Supportability is big.
Do you ever have to worry about the glass breaking? It seems pretty durable, but I was terrified. It's sent in a box with foam, obviously because it's being shipped, but I kept it in that box the whole time.
Yeah, it's a good way to store it. We have a 2-year no questions asked warranty. We've had very few damage issues. The glass is Pyrex, so it's pretty durable.
How have you liked CES so far?
Oh, it's been epic for us. Yeah,
I bet.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything that I know you're very busy doing, your stuff, but have you seen anything as you walk around like, oh, what? Let me look at that.
I can't say that anything has really caught my eye because I haven't gotten a chance to really tour too much. I really enjoyed the LVCC North Hall where the vehicles were.
Yeah,
I'm kind of
you're
like
a gearhead, huh?
Yeah,
that's very
I like
cool.
Things that move, but the wearables and the home automation hasn't necessarily captured me too much yet. I just guess haven't wrapped my head around it yet.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure to meet
Michael.
you. I wish you the best of luck. I look forward to doing more. I'll tell you what, when we get the grill, the full grill, what's it called, the full grill?
It GoSun Grill.
Okay, the GoSun Grill. When we get that and we do the review, I'll have you on the live show, either via Skype or in studio, to talk about it, and we'll show the review.
Cool.
How's that sound?
Thanks so much, Michael.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
It will
terrific.
be. Yes, it will be terrific. Get home safe. Enjoy the rest of the show. And GoSun. And it's GoSun.
GoSun Stove.
GoSunStove.com. Now I remember that from saying it during the review. GoSunStove.com. GoSunStove.com. Check it out today. You definitely want this. You can do it in winter, in the summer. Now with the new one, which is available soon. It's very
It'll be
soon.
available in the middle of the year.
Middle of the year. You can even use electric to help you out on those, completely rainier days or dark nights. So check it out. Oh, you could use this in the house, couldn't you? If it's raining out, you could use it in the
now
house.
You're getting ahead of me. Man, I need to hire you as like my VP of innovation or something.
There you go. I like
Holy
that.
cow.
That sounds good. All right, we'll be back with a whole lot more right after this. Your live continuing coverage of CES 2016 here from Las Vegas, Nevada live. We're at the Sands Expo and the Las Vegas Convention Center with 2 sets. The crew working so freaking hard. They're so amazing. On behalf of you, the Terrifics, I thank them, but I also thank you for watching and giving us your time. You make BeTerrific special. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.